So, a very interesting night last night, right? Very interesting night. UFC 314. Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chandler, co-main event. Paddy Pimblett goes out there, finishes Michael Chandler, and there's currently a view that there's currently a video that has, I think, over 5,000 comments. It's all over the internet right now. So, why don't we get the Colby Covington side of the story of what happened with Paddy Pimblett?
Yeah, dude, he's been loving to run my name through his mouth in the media. You know, he talks about me every chance he gets. So I just said, hey, what's up, bro? You want to talk to me to my face right now? So say something now, you know? Like, he has nothing to say, you know? He had a mic, you know, in Vegas when I fought in the title fight, and he didn't say shit. He sat there like a good little bitch and didn't say shit. He didn't say his little sausage lines. He didn't fucking, you know, that Ellen DeGeneres looking fucking nerd. He had nothing to say. You know, he was fucking piped down like the little bitch he is. So, you know, I'm just sick of him running my name through his mouth. I'm going to confront you, and we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about facts, though. The facts are the combined losing streak of his last 3 opponents, 13-fight losing streak. 13-fight losing streak. The guy's never going to get to a title fight. He's never going to be a champion. He's a fucking bum. And, you know, all he does is mumble fucking sausages all day. That's all he fucking can say.
So you're talking about the Leon Edwards fight, right, during that press conference?
During that press conference, he had a live mic. He could say whatever he want while I'm on stage. He's on my undercard, by the way. I'm a real star. I'm not a gimmick like Paddy Pimblett where, oh, yeah, I got a fucking stupid bowl cut and I got an English accent and I look like Ellen DeGeneres. No, I'm not a gimmick. I'm a real fighter, dude. I'm a real champion. I've fucking been here and I've done that. You know, he hasn't done shit. He's fighting guys that are, you know, on massive losing streaks. Tony Ferguson, 7-8 fight losing streak. Michael Chandler, 4-fight losing streak. The guy before that, I don't even know who he fought. He lost to a fucking drug addict. Everybody knows he really lost to that drug addict, fucking Jeff Gordon, that he fought. So, dude, everybody knows he's all hype, and I want to be the one to end his hype. He keeps putting my name in his mouth. He's going to end up with my foot in his ass.
So what did you think of his performance then against Michael Chandler? I know that was the line. You said you fought a guy that, you know, is now 1-5 in his last 6. So obviously you weren't too impressed with that win last night.
No, you fought a guy that sat out, you know, his prime years waiting for Conor McGregor, and he was never going to get that fight. So, you know, Michael's over the hill. He's been in too many wars. Like, the guy's, 2-7 in the UFC? He doesn't even have a winning record in the UFC. So it's not a high-level fight. He didn't beat a world beater, a top 5 guy, a contender. That guy's not a contender. So I didn't think anything impressive. I think Paddy's fucking all hype. And, you know, as soon as he stops fighting that little boy's weight class and he wants to come to a real man's weight class, I'll be waiting for him.
What do you have to say to the people that are going to be like, oh, Colby's out here just trying to stay relevant. He's trying to, you know, latch on to Paddy because Paddy won last night. What do you think about those comments?
That's just hilarious. I've headlined 7 or 8 events. When has he been in the headliner spot? He's the co-main event. You know, I'm hanging out with Donald Trump and Jensen Huang the other day at Mar-a-Lago having dinner with Larry Ellison. I need to stay relevant? Are you kidding me? I'm a made man. How do I need to stay relevant? I have the biggest network in the world. You know, my network is my net worth. So, you know, I hang out with fucking big stars. I am a star. He's not a star. He's a bum. He's a bum, and he's all overhyped. And, you know, I want to end that hype. As soon as he fucking, you know, gets beat up by a top 5 guy and never gets to a title fight, he can come up and get his biggest money fight he's going to get. Come up to welterweight. Stop cutting all that weight to fucking fight these midgets. Come fight a real man in a real man's weight class.
So you're a guy that's, like, notoriously throughout your whole career, you haven't cut a lot of weight to make 170. There's never a chance, like, that Colby Covington would ever take a fight at 155. You're staying at 170 for the rest of your career?
Yeah, I'm staying. You know, I made a pact to myself that I wasn't going to cut that type of weight because I don't want to, you know, I could do it, but I don't know how effective I'd be. I think I'd feel like shit, and I just think the quality of life wouldn't be good. I'd be cutting so much weight all the time. I would, you know, be losing the love of life and the joy of and happiness of everyday, you know, things here in Miami. So, you know, I want to fight in my natural weight class. I don't want to be a weight bully like him. You know, I don't need to do that. I'll fight in my natural weight class, and I'll prove to the world that I'm the best.
So I caught him as he was leaving the press room last night, and he said some things. He called you a snitch. He said Colby's a little mushroom. He kind of did one of these. He said Colby can suck this. Where do we go from here?
Yeah, if I see him in the same room again, he'll be on his hands and knees, and we'll see who's sucking what. He's a fucking bum. He's not beat anybody. It's a fact. His last 3 opponents combined losing streaks is that 13-fight losing streak. You're a bum, dude. I fight the top of the world. I've been fighting the pound-for-pound greats every fight. Like, he has nothing for me. So he's all talk, and that's why I wanted to confront him. I said, okay, say it to my face now. You have so much to say on the media, but whenever I'm around you, you never have anything to say. He walks by me. I've seen him at so many events on my undercards, and he walks by with his head down, and he never makes eye contact. And now he wants to start piping up. He's using my name to stay relevant. I don't need him. I'm a made man. Like I said, I don't have to fucking do this ever again, but I want to now because you got fucking scrubs like this that are running their mouth that can't back it up.
We got some big cards coming up. I know you just finished wrapping up the Ultimate Fighter show. Dana said he's probably going to announce International Fight Week this Tuesday. We got a big card in the fall. We got the New York card as well. So when are we going to see Colby Covington back in there?
Yeah, hopefully sooner than later. You know, it's up to Dana and Hunter Campbell and Ari Emanuel and the UFC brass. But, you know, I mean, International Fight Week would be fun, but maybe fall. And, of course, Madison Square Garden. I love that place. It's such an iconic arena. I have a good relationship with the Dolan family. You know, Chris Dolan, you know, the owner of James Dolan is the owner of Madison Square Garden. You know, they brought me out to the Trump rally when Trump held the rally in Madison Square Garden. So have a great relationship with the Madison Square Garden people. So that'd be an honor to fight there. But, you know, it's up to the UFC. Hopefully sooner than later. It's about getting a big fight, you know, a prestigious fight, a fight that makes money for the company. That's what this is. This is a business. So I want to do good business for the company that I love so much, UFC.
And a pay-per-view, right? I know the last one was more of a favor, right? So we got to be a pay-per-view this time.
Yeah, we got to be a pay-per-view. I want the most eyes on me. The last one was a favor. You know, I didn't train for that fight, and they needed a spot to headline the fight night. So, you know, I showed up off the couch for them, and so now they need to repay the favor. Let me back on a pay-per-view and a big fight and a full training camp. Let me get a full training camp. There's not a man alive that can beat me, and I guarantee that.
Listen, we're out in Miami, and whenever Colby Covington gets on a microphone, you guys can say what you want, but you're going to watch what he has to say. So any last message, Colby Covington?
Yeah, last message is just God bless everybody out there and fuck the haters.
Appreciate you, brother.